shall have no food in the kitchen, we shall have no food on the dining table, and we shall have no food in our stomach. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. Farmers play an important role in the world economy. Farmers also play an important role in the world at large. Because without the farmers, there will be no food. America is a country of farmers. American civilization was built on the foundation of farming community. Agriculture was part of the American civilization for nearly 200 years. Even when the industrial era came in, the farming activity became much more sophisticated because the industrialization brought the new weaponry, new machinery, and new technology to America. When myself and my family came to America 35 years ago, for some of you do not know, I took a Greyhound bus for 30 days. We sat on a bus and we saw nothing but the farming country of America from one end to another. We saw the vast fields, the green fields, well-irrigated fields, good sprinkler systems, good silos for storage, good transportation through railway systems, good shiploads of grain going to many parts of the world. This very port of Houston exported more than 2 million tons of grain to Iraq until 1990. American advancement in the farming is so big, so vast, that many countries, especially the developing countries like India, have watched America with a keen eye. I'm a farmer in India. I'm still a farmer for Miguel and his brother to know. 50 years ago I was a farmer, even now I'm a farmer. Half of my vacation in India I spent on my farm. I've got a beautiful 100-acre farm where I've got nearly 4 generations working together for the last 42 years. That farm was bought on the day my first son was born. Farming is part of your culture. With farming, you learn so many good things by growing and sharing with one another. You make your generations work with you. In India, we've got the so-called collective farming. We even share our crop. We share our money with people that we toil on our farm. Farming plays an important role all over the world. The food is so important today because we've got nearly 8 billion people to feed. If we don't have good farming, we won't have good food. And if we don't have good food, we have problems all over the world. The global climate and the global warming has a lot to do with the farmers. If the climate changes, the farmers have a problem. If the rain doesn't come on time, our crop has a problem. In India today, the global warming is very vividly felt. When the rain doesn't come on time, our rice cultivation cannot function. We have nearly 200 million tons of rice is grown in India to feed 1.3 billion people. And if we don't have rice on time, we'll have a revolution. Our leadership will collapse. Our democracy will diminish. Farming plays a very important role. Farming has a special dedication because it's people's dedication for people. Many countries have different kinds of farming. I lived in Saudi Arabia for 23 years. And there, with the money of oil, the government spent lots of money for agricultural products. They helped lots of nomads to grow farming life. They exploited a lot of aquifers and brought the water from underground and created lots of desert land into green valleys. We produce a lot of wheat in Saudi Arabia, lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, lots of flowers too. At one time in Saudi Arabia, plane loads of flowers came from all the way from Holland. And there was a time when Holland had a drought. Saudi Arabia exported their flowers to Holland. See the contrast. That's the beauty of farming. You use the land, you cultivate the land, you nurture the the land and you produce the result. And the result is for the people. Israel, for example, is one of the best farming expertise in the whole world. Thousands of farmers from India go to Israel every year to learn the hydroponic technology. That's the drip system. That's the system that you produce vegetables and fruits through a small piece of land where you can be self-sufficient in food. And that technology only Israelis have it. And we buy the technology from them. Farming community has a lot to offer to the whole world of economy. Our ships are filled with food. Our rail wagons are filled with food. Many countries do not have the automation and advancement that America has got. Our transportation system, our storage system, even our shipping system is very much advanced. I've seen the days where we used to supply the grade 3 and grade 4 corn from America to poorer countries like Egypt. When we used to ship grain from corn from America by bulk ships, Egypt did not have the bulk offloading facilities. So we supplied from here with nearly 30,000 tons of corn bulk. We used to supply them nearly 300,000 of empty bags to fill the corn at the discharging point because they didn't have the automation. That showed the difference between one country to another country. Farming has a lot of caring and sharing. When you go to the farm, you live with the people, you work with the natives, you see the generations coming up along with you. With the farming community, there are more than 75% of the people in India are living in the farm. Only 25% live in the cities, whereas in America it's the other way around. Nearly 75% people live in the cities, and 25% people live in the villages. So that's the difference. In developing countries, farming is very, very important because if you have the basic food on the table at a reasonable price, people are happy, people are satisfied. People don't care about the politics. People don't care about corruption. People, all they want is a daily food on their table with a peace of mind and a happy day. Farming has so much to offer for people to grow one another. Farmers have built up lots of elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools in order to send their children to school and get educated. So when the parents were busy toiling the farms, the children grew up. And that's the experience that I have experienced in my country. As I go home, I see the people growing with you. And as I go there and share with them my simple thoughts, they also share their thoughts with us. So we work together and make the life better day to come. Global warming is a very important factor to take into account. In my own farm today, because of the climatic changes, wild elephants have started coming out from the jungles. Because due to changes of climate, their food has been affected. So they're in search of food, so the wild elephants have started coming out to the farmland and damaging our banana plants, damaging our coffee crop, damaging even our rice fields. So that's the nature we have to watch. Global climate and climatic changes are very important for us to watch so that we can conserve the energy, conserve the land, conserve the environment so that we'll have a good crop, a consistent crop. All that I can say is conclusion, long live the farmers, because farmers